This channel is proudly sponsored by Gates of Krystalia, a card-driven isekai-style tabletop RPG. Your character has died, perhaps Truck-kun has bumped into your character, and now you're reincarnated into a new world as a fantasy hero. Choose from a wide selection of characters and races, wield powerful weapons, cast astonishing spells. You will find the link to the late pledge Kickstarter in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop RPG where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released the Whispers of Copperridge adventure module. You will find the links in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, Game Master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well, and make sure that you use my code for a special discount. Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Forgotten Faith. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this expansive RPG book that allows you to modify Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition or any RPG powered by that system into a JRPG experience, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about monsters and firearms. The monsters and monstrous humanoids that were cast into the plane of shadow now carry umbral qualities, even when they manifest in the material world. This provides them with at minimum resistance to non-magical slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage. With higher challenge rating, monsters receiving immunity to non-magical damage as well. Though firearms are obviously deadly when used against standard humanoids, no firearm can become a magic weapon. Firearms are neither simple nor martial weapons, and the gods and the wave of magic itself does not recognize them as such. Those who craft magic weapons professionally are unable to enchant a +1 pistol, for example. Firearms are not a valid target for the magic weapon spell or any other feature that would cause a weapon's damage to be considered magic. This, combined with the Scrolls of Kadem, a deity within the neutral good pantheon called the Evolutive Gods, has created a movement of Luddites, people who abstain from allowing any advanced technology into their lives. This distinction between firearms and conventional 5e weapons also rationalizes an aesthetic wherein a soldier on patrol might carry both a rifle and a longbow because perhaps the longbow is enchanted, and it is useful against beings from the Shadow Realm. There is a lot more to the Forgotten Fate setting. The name refers to the world's fated apocalypse, a fate the intervention of the Elder Evil delayed, and the world's history is now forgotten. There are signs the end times are resuming, and prophecies might be unfolding in an altered form from what was originally intended by the Monad. In the wake of memory loss, the world's dragons banded together to form an isolationist nation, hoping to preserve the few true dragons that remained. The Dragonborn, who serve as their eyes and ears in the world, were actually created through a combination of magic and genetic engineering. It's also important to note that other species and races are regarded differently when it comes to this setting compared to other settings. For example, the half-orc race is the most universally beloved in most regions, since half-orcs were among the first to take a stand against incursions of monsters from the Shadow Realm. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the Forgotten Fate rules. When it comes to the monsters, it's quite logical that a lot of them come from another place entirely. They have an otherworldly nature to themselves, and you can use magical weapons against them, but conventionally you can employ firearms against most enemies as well. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member. Use the super thanks button. Check out the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you and see you later.